Who here is familiar with how cancer works? Actually, don't answer that. Whether you work with it like I do, or you know it within your family, you know also that cancer is a terrible word, associated with terrible memories. Though it affects many people around the world, and that I believe is why we all should know what it is and what it does, if we want to understand how to fight it. Cancer is a disease that works in 3 steps. First, our own cells undergo changes that allow them to multiply and survive despite all the control systems that protect our bodies. Second, in some patients, and depending on the cancer type, cancer cells leave the tumor and spread around the body using blood or other types of vessels. Third, cancer cells settle in other organs and form a new cancer colony, which is then called a metastasis. Breast cancer is one of the cancers I work on. It is a cancer that affects mostly, but not exclusively, women. And among women, it is the most common cancer type. Breast cancer is a very well-studied and very well-treated cancer. In fact, nowadays, with surgery and several very good drug options, only 20% of patients develop metastasis, and often after many years of a cancer-free diagnosis. However, when they do develop, metastases are usually located in vital organs, such as brain, lungs, or bones, which you can imagine they can be difficult to access with surgery, and they are often resistant to a variety of treatments. Due to this, many patients that develop metastases won't survive them. I personally never understood why cancer cells feel the need to leave their place of origin to go colonizing other parts of the body. Because if breast cancer wouldn't spread, initial treatments and surgery might be enough. I mean, if it would stay confined in the breast where it's supposed to be until surgery, many more patients could potentially survive breast cancer. Why is this cancer, breast cancer, so restless? Why does it feel so uncomfortable where it is that it feels like it needs to find a better place where to go? Me and the team at the University of Basel try to put ourselves in the cancer cell's shoes, and we try to think a little bit outside the box. Let's try here all together. Let's all imagine to be in one room with one door, like cancer cells in a tumor. Let's also imagine that in this room, there is a party going on. Do you remember that? How it felt like? As the party goes on and more people are joining, food runs low, the air starts stinking, it's almost suffocating. And yet, more and more people are joining the good party. What would you do? Stay in the room or try to sneak out for some fresh air? Well, to understand what you would do, I should be able to visually distinguish the people that feel suffocated from the others. For instance, by assigning the people that feel suffocated a color. Let's say yellow. In this way, I could follow their behavior inside the party room and understand why they leave it. By using models of breast cancer, we created a system where cancer cells are feeling suffocated but light up and turn yellow. In this way, we could see them and monitor what cancer cells do during their life inside the tumor and investigate when, how, and why they leave it. We discovered something impressive. Majority of the cells that were leaving the tumor were indeed yellow. This means that one of the reasons why cancer cells leave a breast tumor can be because they feel suffocated. They lack of oxygen. Oxygen-low cells find their way out of the tumor and enter the blood circulation. Even more fascinating was that they were doing so as a cluster, like a group of friends that decides to go out of the party room together for some fresh air. Cells get tied to each other by increasing cell-cell connections, and then they escape the tumor together. These, unfortunately, are the cells that will efficiently form metastasis. Can we fight this? Is there a way to avoid the cancer cells leaving the tumor? Well, if we would ask people in a party room, the question would be quite easy. People would not leave a good party if we would add more food and avoid the air turning bad. Let's say, for instance, that we would add a couple of windows to this room. They would not have an excuse to leave it. They would be happy in there. In the same line of thought, what if we bring more oxygen to the tumor? Could we fool the tumor into staying happy where it is while treated, and just until we remove it with surgery? By using models of breast cancer, we showed that if we manage to increase the number of blood vessels, which bring more oxygen and nutrients to the breast tumor, we significantly reduce the spreading of cancer cells throughout the body. This approach might also allow cancer medicines, such as chemotherapy, to reach the breast tumor deeper and better. This isn't yet a solution, nor is it a cure. It is a new perspective of our fight against breast cancer that needs a further investigation, but it brings out a new approach, a new idea. One in which we outsmart the tumor for the sake of reducing the risk of metastasis. One in which, to get effectively rid of cancer, we trick it into keeping it happy where it is. Thank you.